breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. It is Monday, the 11th of November, and I'm back here. I understand I have been away for a few days, and it was kind of just to take a break. I know that the markets have been, really pushing towards the upside, which is of course really nice to see. I mean, my HODL portfolios are not complaining, right? I've got a large HODL portfolio, which I'm very happy to just sit on right now. And for any visionary members and maybe people who watched here as well, I can't remember if we talked about this on the live stream as well, but did previously have a long trade. Okay, of course, on the trading portfolio, and unfortunately, we did just ever so slightly get stopped out of that long trade. Right, price wanted to come down for one little more sweep of the liquidity before then getting this huge move up to all-time high and surpassing all-time high by a pretty considerable amount, right? So for me, a little frustrating about that. Taking a look at the Discord here, this is what I was saying. This was all the way back on the 4th of November, right? So the 4th of November. And I told the team here, just took the long off of the SFP. So this was, of course, this was a very interesting level for us, right? A very interesting level. So this was the level that I was talking about publicly here. This was a level that I was, of course, speaking to the team about as well in the daily market updates and in the Discord as well. This was $67,300 approximately. This level was such a big level for me and such a big level of interest that I wanted to long, and I did exactly that, right? I took the long trade, and from there, we have seen a very big pump towards the upside, but unfortunately, price did just take out that long trade that I had very unfortunately, and you can see we held those naked points of control. We held those naked points of control that I was interested in, and of course, that level was still very much a very valid level. And if we take a look at the team profits here, Jay Rogers. So Jay Rogers actually took this trade as well, and he said he got the re-entry. For me, unfortunately, I did not get the re-entry on this long trade here. The reason why I didn't get the re-entry on this long trade here was because the re-entry for this long trade was at, let's go into the 1 hour chart. The re-entry for this long trade was at approximately midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. Between like midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning, when we started to actually reclaim this VWAP, which was a very important level as well, because you can see how well we have previously respected the VWAP. So for me, that reclaim was a very strong sign of strength. This is exactly what I told the team here as well. Last night, price wanted to last night price wanted one last sweep of the lows before the bullish reaction off of our key level. So now I'm out of the long. The reclaim of the VWAP was a sign of strength, in my opinion. However, this occurred at midnight, right? So that was the sign of strength, that reclaim of VWAP, and that, of course, gives you that opportunity to re-enter into that trade. But like I said, happened at midnight. I was asleep. So we moved. But, it's not like I'm completely missing this move towards the upside. Of course, I still very much have a large hodl portfolio. And, of course, that is starting to see some returns again because, of course, that has, not really seen any returns in, quite a while now, right? It's been, it's been a good, good 6, 7, 8 months, right, where that hodl portfolio has kind of just been sat at the same level, right? But yeah, it's really nice to see start to see that hodl portfolio starting to see some more profits, of course, as Bitcoin is making new all-time highs every single day, right? That's what we're seeing right now. Amazing to see. Now we are, of course, seeing millions upon millions upon millions of long trades open up, which of course is a very bullish thing as well. A very, very bullish thing. And this can very much still continue, and I do think this could continue to $90,000. But we do have to be careful, right? We do have to be careful. We can't just be longing this, right? Again, I'm talking as a trader here. Okay, I'm talking as a trader here. I'm not talking as I'm not talking as someone who is incredibly just always bullish on Bitcoin, right? I am talking as a trader, and I do understand that price cannot go up forever, right? And price is also going up. Okay, so there's only one thing that I can look for at this moment in time. There's only one thing that I can look for, and that thing is a short trade. Okay, it's very controversial, I understand, and a lot of people are probably going to give me some stick for looking for a short trade, right? But again, it goes back to how I trade, right? I never long moves up, and I never short moves down. Okay. I will always short moves up, and I will always long moves down, right? That's what works for me, because I know that all of these long trades that are opening up, I know that they are FOMO long trades, okay? I know that they are late and over leveraged longs that are opening up, right? We can see this all in the order flow, okay? We can see, I can just see a comment has come in. Sorry, let me pull up the chat as well. Kira Walker, good to see you here, my friend. Hello, I do remember you. I'm good, thank you. I hope you are well. I hope you are. You know about Bitcoin 80? Of course, that's what I do as a day job, right? That's what I do as a day job. I know exactly what's going on, right? And of course, it's really, really nice, of course, like I said, for those hodl portfolios. But yeah, talking about what's going on right now, we can see, look at all of these longs that have opened up, right? Look at all of these longs: 59 million, 23 million, 56 million, 37 million. Okay, and this is on the 30-minute chart, right? The 30-minute chart. So this has been in the past, the past like 2 days, right? We've got 61 million, 30 million, 34 million, 21 million, 5.5 million, 1.8 million, 8.4 million. Let's just look at the big ones: 25 million, 38 million, 37 million, 100 million, right? There's just millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of longs that are opening up on this move up. Okay, and this is really good. This is really, really, really strong. Okay, but what we just have to be very, very careful about is that this could cause, at the same time, right, it could cause a big, big pullback, right? Sounds controversial, right? But again, this is exactly how I look at trading, right? Look at, let's go to the Discord, right? Look at this previous short trade here that I took, okay? This closed in $3,000 in a profit, this short trade. So this one here, okay? What was this short trade based off of? Okay, well, this short trade was based off of longs, all of these longs that opened up here getting wrecked on the move down. Right, was I wrong in this decision? I saw in one of my other YouTube videos, not live stream videos, that I was getting a lot of stick saying you got liquidated, blah 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 blah. The reality of it is that I did not get liquidated. okay, $3,000 in a profit. Okay, yes, I lost the unrealized profit here, which was $1,770. But of course, my stop loss was an entry on that trade as well. So again, I didn't lose anything. All I did was lose a bit of profit. Okay, it's not a big deal for me, right? So this, again, I'm a trader here. Okay, solely a trader. Right? I understand the macros. I understand the fundamentals. I understand a big Trump coming into winning the election. Sorry. Okay, hugely bullish thing for the markets. I understand that, but none of these things affect my trades. Okay, none of these things affect my trades. This long trade that I took here, okay, which of course, if I got that re-entry, if I was awake, okay, would have been one of the greatest trades, in my opinion, that I have made all year potentially. It would have been an absolutely amazing trade. And what was this entered off of? This was not entered off of Trump winning the election. Okay, this was all technical based, right? All technical based here, right? I entered into this trade for a technical reason, right? Not because of Trump entering in. And then, of course, yes, Trump was elected, right? And then, of course, we've seen this huge pump. But this was entered off of technical. Okay, I saw a very, very good comment, okay, who, wasn't, he specifically said it as well, that he wasn't knocking the trade that I have taken, okay, and this was actually talking about short trade here, okay, but of course he wanted to understand whether I was looking at the macros, right, looking at the fundamentals. He was mentioning Trump being elected as well. And all of these things, okay, yes, they have a factor of influencing the markets, but here, okay, here on this channel, whatever, what I say, what comes out of my mouth, it is all to do with technicals, right? That is how I trade. That is what my edge is based off of. Okay. Again, I've spoken about this many times as well, and I feel like people who, I don't care about these comments whatsoever, but the people that do put these put these comments. The people who put these comments, right, I don't think they fully listen to what I say, or I actually watch the videos, because if they understand what I'm talking about, okay, it's that I don't care about the fundamentals. I don't care about the news or the macros. All I care about is the technicals. What is going on in the technicals? What are retail traders doing? How can I take advantage of those retail traders who are always losing? And again, it goes back to the three things that I look at. Okay, the three things that I look for when entering into trades. Okay, and that of course is trapped traders being one of them. Okay, absorption being another one, and the final one is huge periods of liquidations, right, where we see a huge portion of the market get liquidated at once. Right, those are three things that I look for. Okay, I don't care about the fundamentals. I don't care about the macros. I don't care about the news. Just that whole fundamental stuff in general, I don't care about it, right? It doesn't influence my trades. Again, I talked about this before, where 2 years ago, maybe a little over 2 years ago now, as time has progressed, I was not making consistent profits in these markets. And what was I doing when I wasn't making consistent profits in these markets? Well, I was letting the fundamentals affect my trades, okay? I was letting the fundamentals affect whether I entered into a trade or didn't enter into a trade, okay? Or I would enter into a trade off of fundamentals, and I was not making any money. I was consistently losing money but by doing that. And for me, learning how to trade the technicals professionally, okay, because, I'm using professional software, right, like order flow, right? Learning how to trade professionally, right, and ignoring all of the fundamentals actually gave me that edge in the market and gave me that consistent profit, right? Why? Because I'm not listening to any of the noise, right? I'm looking at the real information in the market, right? The real information in the market, right? With Trump winning the election, okay, that's a little bit more it's a little bit more, how should I say this, easily accessible for everybody to see what's going on, right? Because it's all live, and all of the results are live, right? But where we're looking at news, okay, because of course this, for me, right, it's I don't look at that Trump election as being news, really. Okay, I look at it as I'm not going to find the word right, but news for me is not something positive to trade off of, because once you've read the news, okay, as soon as that news has come out, okay, there are people on the inside who already know about that hours before you. Okay, so this goes back to that saying of buy the rumor, sell the news. Okay, because once the news actually comes out, you're too late, right? The inside people already know about it, right? So for me, again, going back to it, the fundamentals are the important stuff. Trump winning the election, okay, that was a little bit. It's not really news that, because everybody can see that as it's unfolding, right? And yeah, I mean, you could see Trump was winning way before it ended, right? So yeah, again, just going back to it, fundamentals, I don't care, right? I just care about the technicals. I only listen to what's going on in the technicals in terms of the order flow. Okay. And yeah, of course, right. Would have loved to have been in this long trade still. But yeah, of course, it's doesn't always go our way. Didn't get that re-entry, but yeah, we move. Now, looking on to where we are now, what we look for next, right? It's, of course, I'm going to be looking for a short trade at some point, in my opinion, because again, price is rising. I don't see. I just want to make that very clear and highlight it as well. I don't see any signs of weakness at this moment in time. I'm not shorting anywhere here now. Okay, I don't see any signs of weakness at this moment in time. So for me, it is a case of being patient, right? Let price do its thing. We're in price discovery, okay? Because we're in price discovery, there is not much information to go off of, in all honesty. But yeah, we are in price discovery. Let's just see what price wants to do. Okay, let's give price a bit of time. Let it do its thing. Right. Once we start to maybe put in a local high, maybe we start to form some consolidation, right? Then, right, we can start to look for that next trade, right? But where we are at this moment in time, there's no weakness. Okay, I think we're looking very, very strong, very, very bullish. But at the same time, there's no long trade. Okay, unfortunately, right? Again, going back to it, the long trade was from down here. Okay, that was the long trade, of course. On the re-entry, right? That was a long trade. And actually, going back to that, I can't remember if I shouted him out. Jay Rogers actually did get that re-entry on that. So yeah, of course, I hope he's still in that trade, because that was an absolutely amazing entry for himself, or re-entry, as I should say. But yeah, that was the long trade from here. In my opinion, there's no sign of, there's no long trade here. Okay, yes, there are signs of strength, but I don't look for signs of strength. Okay, I look for trade entry triggers, right? The trade entry trigger was from down there. Okay, and this was all, right, just profits from this long trade here. Okay, for me, there was no long trade on this move up here. Yeah, okay, you could have just come up with some reason. This is in terms of my edge in the market, right? Of course, yeah, you could have had your own reason for entering into a long any period here. In my opinion, okay, and looking at my edge, there was no long trade here. Okay, there was only a long trade from down there. And yeah, I see all of these long trades as FOMO, right? FOMO longs, over leveraged, over position long trades. Okay. So yeah, there was no long trade here. Okay, the only trade that I can look for, as I said, is a short trade. Let's see, price forms a local high, we get a bit of a pullback. Maybe we consolidate, maybe we can form something, right? Maybe we get some sort of short trade from up here, right? And then maybe we get a bit of a pullback, right? A bit of a pullback. Let's get a bit of a long squeeze, right? Maybe, okay, we could pull back into a nice area. Maybe we pull back into the VWAP, okay? Maybe we can pull back into a nice area, right? Where what can we look for? A long trade, right? We're in a bull market. We're looking good, okay? Let's see if we can pull back. Let's see if we can get some absorption down here. Something, right? Again, going back to it, one of the 3 trade entries that I look for. Trap traders, absorption or huge liquidations, right? Let's see if we can get one of those on a pullback. Of course, we want to take advantage of that pullback, so I can look for a short trade at some point. Okay, again, not here because I don't see any signs of weakness. Okay, I still think we're looking very strong. But okay, it doesn't mean, again, going back to this short trade here, just because I shorted doesn't mean I'm bearish, right? Doesn't mean that I don't think we can go higher. I just want to take advantage of that because I know, right? That there is a valid short trade there. Okay, and at this moment in time, I don't see a valid short trade, but it could present ourselves with it could present ourselves with a nice short trade. Okay, and then of course, what can we look for, right? We pull back. Okay, we could be presented with a nice long trade, right? So for me, it's patience. Let's see. Let's let price do its thing. If you don't mind, what is your biggest win till now? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. In terms of like trades, okay, in terms of trades, there was, so this was actually at the start of the year. I had a trade which I closed in 40,000, but that was built up over a series of trades. So that just wasn't one trade. That was, that was a long trade that had been built up from much lower prices, right? That was a long trade that I took on taking profit on a pullback. I added to that long trade, and I continue to do that. So that was at the start of the year, but that was actually from the end of last year when I started that. But this year, the biggest single trade was 10,000. That was the biggest single trade where it was just one trade. So yeah, and that's somewhere in the Discord here. I posted the profits in the Discord somewhere in there. But yeah, that's the biggest single one this year. But yeah, again, I don't think of things like that because it's not an everyday. Yeah, it's nice to see that. Okay, but I understand. It's taken me 4 years to get to a stage where I can actually make that amount. Right, 4 years of my life. Well, 2, maybe 3 of the years where I'm making absolutely nothing. And then, what you have to factor in is, you don't see those big wins every single day or every single week, right? Again, usually when I'm taking trades, I'm looking for like 1 to 3 risk to reward ratios. So usually you'll see the trades that I take, they'll be between $2,000 and $3,000 in a profit. And yeah, maybe I take 2 trades a month. Okay. So yeah, it's not all like huge wins. It's just okay, right? Again, like this one, this could have been an absolutely amazing trade. It could have been close to 10,000 if I played it right and if I got that re-entry. But yeah, unfortunately, didn't play out like that. So it's fine. I don't dwell on it. I move on. I look for the next trade. That's all it is. Stock market doing really well as well. That's of course helping price up. But yeah, I think I will leave that there. In all honesty, it's I'll keep it nice and short because I understand. Right, we are just pumping here, and I myself, as a trader, okay, I'm looking for trades. I'm waiting patiently, looking for trades. This is all good and all. Okay, this is all great. Of course, I've got my HODL portfolio, and this is really good. My HODL portfolio has never, probably never been in so much in so much profit because, of course, we're at all-time high. Big portion of my portfolio is built up of Bitcoin. So yeah, that's it for me. And yeah, I mean, that long trade. Would have been amazing, right? Would have been absolutely amazing. So yeah, I will leave that there. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, guys. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Any Visionary members, I'll see you in the Discord. So yeah, take care, and thank you very much for watching. Smash that thumbs up button, and I will see you later. Goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, 'cause I've been waiting way too long.